Hey there, guys. I gotta think of a new way to greet you because it's getting a little old, but whatever. So here's the video on Comp 11. Now, my hope is you are feeling great because we already worked on this for like a week, but that was the week before spring break. And if you recall, many were not very motivated that week, but now we are. I'm not really sure where you are. You're all in different places, but I'm going to walk you through a reminder on Comp 11. So here we are on the schedule. Week 1. Here are my suggestions for you. You are to be writing Comp 11 this week. Your rough draft, which should hopefully be a very, very, very solid rough draft, will be due in Schoology by 10 p.m. Sunday, April 5th. Okay, how can I get ready? I don't even know what to do for Comp 11. If that's what you're saying, here are my tips. First, look at the rubric. We already went through it. You have a hard copy of it. This is what it looks like. It is our same basic rubric, which you recall, the basic components of argumentation. And this time you are arguing about a topic that your team selected. And of course, those topics, how could you forget? They're in Schoology in the Comp 11 folder. Um, but basically, you're using at least 2 outside credible sources. I talked to you about the databases. You could possibly use those from home, but 2 sources that would help you argue why your stance is correct. Okay, you got your rubric. Lovely. Check that out. You are getting to be pros at reading rubrics. You could also look at your team document. This is where I would go next. And I shared with you, linked right here, a sample team document. This is my 6th-hour vaccination group, and they are doing a lovely job on their team document. So let's take a look at theirs. If yours isn't looking this way, I would suggest starting by making it look like this. They have their topic, they have their debate question, they have their stances, their claims, and then they've assigned all of their people different like stances within the stance. So Lexi is going to talk about vaccines helping herd immunity. Isaac is going to talk about criminal negligence and reckless endangerment. These are people who are saying vaccines should be mandatory. Lauren taking her stance, Jarrett taking his. Then they have their rebuttals going of all sorts of different counter arguments, I'm thinking, and how they would handle those. And they're starting to link sources that they might use and evidence. And then their opponent is down below where they are posting their stance within the stance too. So I think this group is like crushing it. That's what I would say you should shoot for. And if you're wondering, well, how do I do that when my group is spread out? I would suggest get on the document and stake your claim for what argument, what stance within your stance you want to take, label it, and start working through it. If it would help you to get together and talk, I think you kids have some way of like doing shared conversations with each other. You could surely do that. You have your discussion forum where you could be typing like what you want to do to strategize, communicate with each other and figure out how you can make your plan solid because I think that's where you should start. And if you're feeling like my team isn't responding and they're where the heck are they and this is going terribly, like by day 2 of this class, if you're not hearing from them, talk to me and we got to get something going with the group. But do not panic. That's rule number 1. Rule number 1 this whole time is no panicking. Take a deep breath,